Hey guys, welcome back to the Dupli-Color Garage. My name is Brian.
I'm Sophia.
And we are continuing work on the 1971 Honda CB350 Café inspired bike build. Now, Sophia, we have a bunch of parts on the table and a bunch of products on the table as well. And the end result is gonna be nice gloss and shiny black when we're done.
Perfect, so we're doing the gas tank and the gloss black, same with the fenders?
Yeah, same thing goes with the fenders as well. And we're to get there using our primers and the perfect match for the black and the 1K gloss clear as that gloss clear coat.
Perfect, so I know 1K is perfect for the gas tank because it's gas resistant, it helps with UV, and helps with scratches as well.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect for the gas tank.
So I see that the gas tank has some slight damage, a dent, and a few scratches. What kind of products or what's the process that we're going to do to get this ready for painting?
So we are going to use our primers and also some body filler because that dent is a little bit more than what our filler primer can handle. That will handle small scratches and dings, but that dent is kind of severe. So we'll sand the gas tank down to bare metal, get rid of these stripes, hit it with the self-etch primer, then the body filler, then the filler primer, and then finish it off with the perfect match black and 1K gloss clear. All right, so I'm gonna pop this emblem off of here.
Awesome, I'll go grab the sandpaper so we can get started.
All right, cool. All right, so I pulled Sophia off the gas tank. She was sanding that. Phil will go ahead and take care of finishing that. While she's hanging these up, I'm gonna go ahead and hit these once more with the foaming prep spray and get them ready for the perfect match black. All right, so we have these pieces all wiped down with the foaming prep spray. Earlier on I mentioned we were going to use the filler primer on these pieces, but for these pieces in general, we have no major imperfections, so there's no real need for the filler primer. So we're going to go with our sandable primer. It comes in a variety of colors, but since we're painting these parts black with the perfect match, we're going to go with the black primer. It will act as a perfect base coat. All right, so after we put down the primer, we did notice a little bit of dirt in the finish. So we went ahead and sanded each piece with 600 grit paper, then wiped them down again with the foaming prep spray. Now we're ready for the perfect match black. We'll get about 2 to 3 coats on each part, as long as it's fully covered. If there isn't any dirt, we'll go with the clear coat after that. If there is dirt, we'll hit it again with 600 and then the 1K clear. So here we go with the perfect match. The perfect match black is all dry. Everything looks good as far as dust and dirt goes, so no issues there. So the next step is putting down the 1K gloss clear. I'm gonna put about 2 to 3 coats down, wait about 10 minutes or so in between coats, make sure it flows out nicely, and then we'll take a look at it once we're done. All right, so the fork covers and the headlight bucket are finished. They look amazing with that perfect match black and the 1K gloss clear. So Sophia went ahead and sanded down the tank, started at least, right? Phil went ahead and finished it off, got it down to bare metal, and also Phil filled the dent. So we're good and smooth there and ready for the next step.
So I know we're going to take our prep spray and we're going to give it a wipe down, but I see we have 2 primers. We have our self-etching and our filler. Is there a reason we got 2 today?
Yeah, so we have 2 because this tank is down to bare metal, and we're going to use that self-etch primer because whenever you have a piece of bare metal or bare aluminum, the self-etch primer has some acid properties and is going to acid etch into that surface to create a really good base primer. It also doesn't have any filling capabilities like the filler primer has, so we'll use that to fill any voids or sanding scratches from the body filler.
Okay, and then do we have to sand it at all once we do that?
Yeah, good question. We are going to sand the filler primer just in case we have any dust or dirt that got into it, and also to finish it off to make sure those sanding scratches are filled.
Okay, and then I know we're doing perfect match and 1K after this, right?
Correct, yep. So we'll get going on that as well. So Phil and I just created a little jig for the gas tank because it sits way too low on the table. We want to make sure we get paint in all areas. We don't want to hang the tank, so we figured we can build this little 2x4 jig, get it up nice and high so we can get full coverage. All right, the filler primer is down, dry, and sanded as well. All the body work looks excellent. I mean, everything is super smooth, ready to go. I wiped it down with the foaming prep spray, and now I'm ready for the Perfect Match Black as our base coat. All right, the gas tank is all finished and looking great in the Perfect Match Black, and we also lucked out and didn't get any dirt or dust in the finish. So now we're ready for the 1K gloss clear coat. We'll put down about 2 to 3 good even coats so it flows out nice and evenly and gets that super gloss finish. We'll let it dry for a good couple of hours before we can go ahead and handle it and potentially get it back on the bike. All right, Sophia, so everything is all finished up. The fork tube covers, the headlight, bucket, and of course, the crowning jewel right here, the gas tank, all finished out, topping it off with the 1K clear gloss.
Yes, this was a labor-intensive project, but the end result looks great. And like you said, the 1K clear gloss, perfect for a gas tank. You know, it's UV resistant, scratch and mar resistant, and helps with gasoline too.
Yeah, and very, very important when it comes to gasoline and motorcycles, because with that gas cap right there on the top, there's always that chance that you might spill a little bit and dribble, and with most 1K products, it might get eaten off, but this one is going to be resistant to that gasoline as well. So you mentioned labor intensive, right? Well, we brought this tank down to bare metal. We used the self-etch primer, body filler, filler primer, Perfect Match Black, and the 1K clear. So things are all good to go, and we'll let it dry for about a couple of days because the 1K does take some time to dry, and then we'll get it back together on the bike.
Sounds good. And then once this is all finished, the bike is put back together, you have a chance to win it. So follow along on our socials and check out our website to learn more on how to enter.
Speaking of websites, go ahead and visit Dupli-Color.com for these products and more great products from Dupli-Color.